Stephen William Hawking was born in the city of Oxford, United Kingdom, on January 8, 1942. The British. After secondary school, Hawking entered the University College of Oxford, where he graduated in 1962 with the titles of mathematician and physicist. At that time, he was a normal living boy whose singularities were only his brilliant intelligence and a great interest in science. But in 1963, during an ice skating session, young Stephen slipped and had difficulty getting upright. He was immediately diagnosed with a degenerative neuromuscular disorder, ALS, or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. The doctors assumed that the disease would end Stephen's life in a few years. However, they were wrong. Naturally, Stephen's life was not the same from then on, but his physical limitations did not interrupt his intellectual activity at any time. Rather, they increased it. In October 1962, he had started his doctoral studies at Trinity Hall in Cambridge. He applied to work with Fred Hoyle, but the famous astronomer had too many pending and the request was denied. Many years later, Hawking himself would see the positive side, since, had it been accepted, he would probably have been forced to defend Hoyle's steady-state theory.
While he was pursuing his doctorate, he married Jane Whiting, with whom he would have 3 children. After almost 25 years of life together, in 1990 the couple separated and the Saints went to live with Ellen Mason, the nurse who cared for him and with whom 5 years later he married. The second relationship would last until 2007. After obtaining a doctorate in theoretical physics, his passion for the study of the origin of the universe increased, and his research focused on the field of general relativity, particularly in the physics of black holes. Stephen Hawking set himself the ambitious goal of harmonizing general relativity and quantum mechanics, in search of a unification of physics that would allow account for both the universe and subatomic phenomena. In 1971, he suggested the formation, following the Big Bang, of numerous objects called mini-black holes, which would contain about 1 billion metric tons of mass, but would occupy only the space of a proton, a circumstance that would cause huge gravitational fields governed by the laws of relativity.
From his early years, he had a strong inclination for mathematics and physics, encouraged by the importance that its parents placed on education. Very intelligent boy, but his school grades still did not show the genius that was coming. He suffered from progressive limitation imposed by the degenerative muscular disease that, despite that, his passion for the study of the origin of the universe was increasing, and his research focused on the field of general relativity, particularly in the physics of the black holes, and considered that since offers a more convenient explanation of the creation of the universe than that of religion, which attributes it to God. In 2009, Hawking was included in the Royal Society of the United Kingdom, and a year later Paul awarded him the gold medal. He also received the award and the Hughes Medal from the Royal Society. In 1979, He achieved the position of Lucasian Professor of the Mathematics of Cambridge in England, which they would hold for the next 30 years.
In the 1980, he was crowned in as commander of the British Empire. He also became a Companion of Honor, which was another distinction awarded in recognition of national service. One of Hopkins' main achievements was to create in 1983 the theory that the universe has no limits. In 2007, when Steve was 65 years old, he was able to take the trip of a lifetime. He could experience sub-zero gravity and float from his chair. In 2008, during the celebration of NASA's 58th anniversary, he was invited to speak, and when the subject, he said that given the vastness of the universe, the cooperate will be primitive extraterrestrial life and possibly intelligent life. In 2009, he was awarded the 8th civilian honor in the United States, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and has earned more than a dozen other honorary titles.
The World War felt the great loss of the most influential figures in the field of science. Frightened scientist Steve Hawking posed at the March 14, 2018 at his home in Cambridge in England at the age of 76, according to his family. Hawking will go down in history for his work on black holes and for unifying the two great theories of 20th century science, relativity and quantum mechanics. He is indisputably working of admiration and a example to follow. He is not only due to his brilliant professional career but also because he is an extremely optimistic person who believes that everything was possible. It did not matter if people accepted his work or not. He kept working on books and theories until people got smart enough to understand him. He was never afraid to know what he knew. He was open to others and offered his whole. He associated space with the discrete privacy of the world. He acknowledged a good means that was an analytic thinker with great cognition and theoretical knowledge. Part of his challenge in life was maintaining his independence without feeling isolated or worthless. In his example of overcoming his courage and his persistence, overcoming the limitations of his condition, leading a life accomplished, possibly, and with a good sense of humor.